watching the Crypto Market Update with your host, Chris Marshall, your home for the latest crypto news, reviews, and updates that can be found around the block. If this is your first time here, then we would like to thank you for watching. If you enjoy the show, please like, subscribe, and share with anyone that you believe needs this type of content in their life. Just a reminder, anything discussed on this show is for educational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. With that out of the way, let's get on with the show.
Good morning and welcome to your crypto market forecast, where we talk about the events that are coming up in the current week that might have an effect on your favorite crypto. I'm your host, Chris Marshall, and so today we are going to be talking about a couple of the bigger events actually in the crypto space, not just the Fed, stuff that's happening in the Fed and around the economy here in the US. So I'm pretty excited. We actually got some good crypto related events happening today, this week. Let's go ahead and pull up some coin market cap before we get into that. All right. So today currently still sitting around the 18,500 cryptos range. I feel like this was higher just a couple days ago. On Friday, I thought there was 18.7. Crypto's going away. Are we losing some? Anyways, coin market cap, or the entire market cap, we are at $2.143 trillion. That is awesome. Back above 2. We were up above $2 trillion last week for a day or two. And then we kind of came back down below it, but we are back up above it. 24 hours, we are in the $117 billion range for the 24-hour volume. Bitcoin's dominance currently sitting at 42.1%. ETH dominance at 18.9%. And ETH's gas is at 52 GWEI. GWEI. But I think that's a little bit higher than the normal Monday morning gas price. Probably is an indicator that some things are already picking up this morning. I mean, we have already more 24-hour volume than typically. So normally we're at like the 90 billion, so 117, that's a good chunk higher. So it's pretty interesting. Let's take a look at a couple coins that have happened in the last couple days. Have not heard of Galactic Kitty Fighters, but they're up 2,400%. And Revoluto up almost 1,500%. I wonder what that is. I'm going to check into that. As far as the major cryptos, pretty much everything is in the green, with Bitcoin and Ethereum up 7% already in the last 24 hours. Pretty much all of the cryptos besides the stable coins in the top 100 are up, multiple points. I guess maybe Hubi is down, or it isn't up more than 2%, but most other things are. Zilliqa is actually down. That might be the only one, but it was up 150% for the week. So that's pretty interesting. I'm wondering if that's a new token or something. Never heard of it before. Lots and lots of green here. All right, let's move on to the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. Now, this is something I want to point out. We are at like 60 today. Check this out. People are starting to get greedy, and really quickly. Just last week, we were in fear, extreme fear almost. So I'm interested to see how this kind of plays out, and this kind of plays into some of my price theories for what we're about to see in the next few days, maybe this week, by the end of the week. And just like the beginning of my opener states, this isn't financial advice. This is stuff I'm looking at. This is for your education and just some game theory, let's call it that. Let's move on to the charts. If you've been following along with me over the last couple weeks, 2 weeks or so, I've been looking at Ethereum's price movement. Basically what we had is we are following about a month and a half behind the same trajectory that Bitcoin was on about a month and a half ago. February 5th, it broke out of a similar downward channel from its pre-existing all-time high. And once it broke out, we saw it move up basically somewhere between 17 and 23%, 22%, I think it was. Let's take a look back at the Bitcoin chart here. Yes, from its breakout of this downward channel. If I can get my ruler to work with me. We saw it close twice around the 17% mark, but it was able to hit all the way up to a 21% increase. So what we've been watching, what I've been watching and kind of keeping you all updated on is how does that kind of correlate with what Ethereum is doing now? So we're about a month behind Bitcoin, and today we hit that 22%. The only other thing that I'm looking at is it had hit a resistance level before it fell, which was this low here. So when it hit this low, it happened to coincide with this 21%. So I'm watching a range on Ethereum currently. Currently, I'm watching this range here. So this would be hitting its head on this resistance level here. And then the bottom of this range is the 21%, which puts us at the 34,000 almost. And we went above that today. We touched 34,000 this morning. So basically what I'm looking at now for my own personal stuff is to see if we break below this trend line. That tells me that we're going to see a couple different scenarios potentially. One where we come down and we retest this 3,000 level, which would have been where we last touch this downward channel after a breakout. This is a good resistance level, somewhere between 3,000 and 3,040 is where we're going to be looking for. And then what we could see is a true leg up. So what happens in these market maker conditions like this is we'll see it'll go up and then they will drop the market down and before another leg up. And when they drop the market down like this, when it follows this pattern here, basically it washes out a lot of crypto, a lot of people's automated sell orders, stop loss orders. So when they do that, they can sit there and clear out a lot of retail holders before moving the price up again. So I'm watching a couple things. Either one, well, first I'm watching to see us break below this trend line. And then I'll be looking for this potentially, like a 10% drop. And then from there, we will see an upward trend. Basically, I'd want to see that 3,000 doesn't get broken. If it does, I think we fall at least to this line here, this red line here, which would probably put us around the 2,600-ish range, give or take 100 or so. So those are the levels that I'm watching. If it did break that 3,000 to fall to 26, you're talking, about a 23% drop. So those are a couple of the levels that I'm watching. I don't think it's necessarily means that we're in a downward trend, but it could easily mean that we are in a new parallel channel. And if you know me, you know I love my parallel channels. So let's kind of play this out. Let's see what a parallel channel would potentially look like here. Let's go with that one and that one. And that's lining up pretty well here. This puts us pretty close to the top here. So I think we see maybe, what is that, 34? We might extend this out another day or 2 days, maybe into Wednesday, we might see a new top at 34.50, something like that. And then that's when we'll start seeing this decline and the break below this trend line as this 200-day moving average gets close to this trend line and starts to cross it. I think we could see ourselves basically hitting our head on this 200-day moving average line before we fall down. So that's some of the stuff that I'm watching currently. There's a lot of lines on here, so I'm trying to be very descriptive with what I'm talking about. There's a lot of lines that I keep track of just so I can see where old stuff was going on. But yeah, those are the couple of things that I'm watching for right now. This parallel channel is not confirmed yet until we have a bottom, or until we have a top rather, and that top would need to be, 34.4, 5 or so. Yeah, somewhere around here, I think we're gonna see a good top. And then from there, we're probably going to see a good drop. What does this entire channel consist of? What is that, a 20% downward movement? Yeah, 24% downward movement is this channel here. So by the time we hit our head on the top and fall all the way back down to the bottom, we could have lost 24%. Maybe not if we only end up, going from here and we take a long time to get down to the bottom. It may not actually be 24% drop, but there's a lot of room to play within this channel. You'll see that I have a lot of these channels go up for a little bit, go down, go up. But we've been in this major channel for quite a while, and until something changes with this major channel, that's how I'm going to keep watching it. Besides the charts, everything's doing pretty well today. Bitcoin, we broke out above this weird banana pattern, and I'm going to call it. And we broke above this bearish pennant pattern, but we have not necessarily broken out above this bearish flag pattern here. So what we're looking for, and this may coincide with the ETH movement down, is we're seeing this 200-day moving average start to get below this, get inside this range of this bearish flag pattern. So we could see a couple things happen. If it truly does come below it, we may be able to break above the 200-day moving average, which would be a very good sign, very bullish sign. But if we can't break out of this bearish flag pattern and instead we hit stall and fall, that's usually not a great sign. So that means there's usually more downward momentum, and I think we could end up seeing a test of the bottom side of our major channel again, or a test of this $29,000 support level. I like to personally trade. I am a bullish. I believe that the market is going to be great long term. But when I'm talking about money and what might happen, I take a more pessimistic view on it. So that's a little bit of my thoughts on what is currently going on with the charts. Let's move on to some stories. And first off, let's go ahead and take a look. Let's hear a word from our sponsor, actually, before we get into this week's events. Today's episode is brought to us by OTEC, Ocala's Blockchain, Crypto, and Technology Innovation Council. If you're into tech and in the Ocala area, go ahead and take a look at them at their Facebook page, www.facebook.com/Ocala Tech Council. They have meetups every Tuesday, and for the month of March, they're meeting at Symmetry Coffee Co. downtown. In April, they will be at Juniper General Store. So go ahead and look them up and see if you can get connected with them. Now on to some events. Let's take a look at the economic calendar. The U.S. economic calendar. We have a couple things that may, that some politicians may get to have the chance to talk about their views on crypto over the coming week. We have a couple Fed presidents speaking on Tuesday. believe there's one or two on Wednesday, one or two on Thursday. There's none on Thursday, but there's a couple like things that are coming out, a couple metrics that are coming out for the economy. Nothing too big in the economic calendar that really could have much impact besides just a president or one of these Fed presidents basically, spouting their views on the crypto market, using their time on the soapbox stand to bash it or praise it. Besides that, we have a couple of events this week in the crypto space. So Crypto World Con in Miami starts on April 1st. This looks pretty cool. First, they have a pretty cool website. Beyond that, they're going to be talking a lot of different stuff in the crypto space, and they have a lot of speakers coming, a lot of partners and a lot of speakers that are going to be presenting here. Just look at all these names that I'm scrolling through here. Lots and lots of people are going to be present at this. Fortunately, I will not be there, but that's right. It's going to be pretty cool. I will definitely be trying to look for some updates on it, though. Here's some more about it. This one here. Partnering with some world-class speakers from around the globe. A lot of big people. Jamie from Wall Street Bets. Carmelo Milian, founder of Polka City. Got people from Cointelegraph. This must be a typo. I'm not sure what's going on with there. Yeah, lots of people here. The other big event that's going to be happening this week, same time, I do believe, a couple days before, March 30th and 31st in Houston, Texas, the Empower Energizing Bitcoin event. Now, this one's pretty interesting. It seems like a little bit smaller of a scale, but it's all about Bitcoin mining and how, what the future of Bitcoin mining and the energy consumption around Bitcoin and mining is going to look like. And so they partnered with a lot of big energy names there in Texas to kind of bring up some stuff. I'll show you the lineup. 1,500 attendees, over 100 speakers. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Senator Ted Cruz is going to be there headlining this thing. It's pretty cool. And I think this is a country singer. I'm not into country music, so I'm not exactly sure, but I'm guessing that's a country singer. They're going to have like festivals and beer and all sorts of stuff. It'd be a cool time. Lots of people here. Jai energy founders, lots of miners, all sorts of people going to be there talking about the future of mining. So here's some of the stuff here. We got VIP mixers and tent parties. But yeah, this is the layout. So it looks like it's about one city block. It's probably what they're going to be taking up, which is decent size, but it's on a brewery, so it's kind of what they're going to be doing. Pretty interesting. I'm interested about this because I do a lot of mining, so I'm pretty interested to see if there's anything that comes out of this for my personal stuff. Beyond that, that is basically it. Let's go ahead and take a look back at the market. That's all I got for you today, folks. If you found this interesting or helpful or insightful, go ahead and drop a like, drop a follow. Let me know that this helped you out. And yeah, if I can do anything else for you, you know where to find me. I got links listed down below on the TikToks, on the Twitter, on the Instagram. I got a website down there, so you know how to find me. Beyond that, hope you have a great week in crypto. I'll be seeing you on Friday for a crypto market recap where we go over all the events that happened throughout the week, the ones that we knew about and the ones that we didn't know about, things that surprised us, the things that shocked us. Anyways, I will see you around. Bye.